stilts were just built too, and the Sherman pushes off. Oh, Crusader running over. Oh, he fails it. Update 20 was in full display this past weekend with tank smoke shells, the much cheaper Jeeps and Halftracks, and the nerfing of mediums. Let's go ahead and talk about what we saw and what you can do going forward for your team. Jeeps now cost 30 fuel compared to the previous 80, and we saw a few uses of those over the last couple days. The biggest one was during the Division 1 Championship on the PC side between WTH and ESPT. I mentioned this during my pregame show here. As far as the commanders go, we gotta remember with the latest update that Halftracks and Jeeps are very cheap now. Halftracks are coming in at only 150 fuel and Jeeps a mere 30. I'm looking forward to seeing what creative uses they have in mind. Will we see US Ranger or Hippie drive into the back line down in the south with their hair blowing in the wind? US Ranger is known as the Whammo Prophet, but was really struggling to get to the other side of the river, and one airhead attempt had already failed. So he then decided to grab a Jeep from the bottom HQ, head down south, and skirted out of bounds just outside the detection range of the Allied Border Patrol agents. He then went to the very bottom, put up an outpost, and began moving north. After a little while, he was able to release some solid AT players that struck to the back line of the Allies and wiped out 3 medium Shermans within 90 seconds. Sherman pushes off. Oh! Crusader running over. Oh, he nails it! What's the takeaway? If you're struggling to get into the enemy backline, grab a Jeep and try to push the out-of-bounds limits to avoid being spotted by the enemy. Your team will hardly notice the impact of that 30 fuel being gone, and it could pay big dividends down the road. Halftracks now cost 150 fuel compared to the previous 300. What a bargain! So be sure your team is using these. Ever since the 2 heavy limit and 10-minute cooldown in between, most commanders have had a surplus of fuel that they've been converting. Here are 3 examples. You can use them to plug gaps in your defensive network, just in case you need more garrisons on the front line. However, be mindful of your vehicle limit, as you don't want to stymie your tanker's efforts just because you spawn 3 Halftracks. If your team is struggling to make any progress, try and drive one of these all the way out of bounds and get one up in their backline. Then have the whole team spawn on it like Commander Who Farted.
Who farted? Who farted pulls his own Halftrack? Where's it at?
It's up here to the north.
It's right here. Who farted? I didn't even see that, buddy. I was so focused on Faded's Halftrack, but farted pulls out his own one. He pulls one right out of his rump. Oh my gosh, this is about to get spicy. This is about to get real spicy. Oh my gosh, look at all those raspberries. Oh my god.
If you're down 1-4, drive a Halftrack far away from the action and put it up by the midpoint. Chances are the enemy garrison network won't be that extensive by middle, so put that there so your team has something to spawn on when you recapture 4th.
All right, everybody, now the wild card. How many bodies they throw up to the Halftrack?
Garrison placed right on the border. 101st has to be careful here. They gotta secure Lagon Creek before they throw too many bodies at Wind 4. Spawn wave comes over to the north. Cap pressure comes out of Wind 4, but cap pressure comes on Lagon Creek.
Oh, 101st may just throw in the towel and send everything to...
Let's go take a look. Lemejou.
Oh, look at that.
Remember, tankers, you have a smoke ability now. Find yourself in a pickle? Be sure to back up and launch those to try to get out of a dicey situation. Or, in a potential game-changing moment, try to dive into the hard camp and launch them to cause some confusion. SPAs won't be smashing outpost after outpost on the front line anymore, as they can no longer destroy them, but infantry will still be fearing them. No longer will recon tanks be able to escape after taking a rocket. Back to the old days where Satchel's angry cousin takes care of them with one shot. Now, one of the things that I'm not a big fan of is the fact that mediums can only take one shot to the back now before they get engined. To me, this seems just to be a little bit too much nerfing. My guess is over time they're going to change that back to 2. Down they go. And multiple matches were held over the past couple days on Juno Beach. The map feels like Carentan with a beach in a way. Plenty of buildings and hedgerows for infantry to move about, but it tends to be a bit of a nightmare for tankers as Satcheliers can come in from anywhere. Overall though, I think it offers a chance for teams to play a solid game and not have to worry about being boxed out like in the other beach maps, Utah and Omaha, where it becomes a brutal open field grind sometimes.
Phil, Echo OP.
Phil Echo.
Echo Charlie George, be Phil.
Peace. Echo Charlie George.
Reinforces dropped. Please get in the circle, guys. Please get in the circle.
Shit.
They're at the Alamo Gary spot.
Alrighty everybody, there's the latest from Update 20. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that like button and let me know if I missed anything big in the comments. Have a good one.